should get Kate off of my back for a little bit.
Kate Howard sounds like quite a taskmaster.
She is, but she's a huge force in the fashion world, so working for her is kind of spectacular.
So it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, even when Kate's being impossible, she still believes in me. She expects a lot from me, but it makes me better, if that makes sense.
She sounds like an excellent boss.
As long as you don't want to have a social life, which I don't anymore. I mean, I used to have a non-husband, Damien Spidelli, but I ruined that whole thing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Have you ever noticed that people like you more when you're self-destructing? Like, they shut you out when you try to make a healthy choice?
Would that be the non-husband or Dr. Hunter?
Matt, Dr. Hunter, you're actually listening to me? Most people don't bother.
I pay attention. And for what it's worth, I'd advise you to decide who or what you want and then go for it. Take it seriously. If you don't, nobody else will. Like my jewelry. I wish I'd taken it seriously a long time ago. What do you think?
It's interesting.
If I weren't dying, what would you say?
It's awful. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. Beauty is where you find it. Sometimes you have to look pretty hard.
No, that nurse in the nursery is new. She could have just made a mistake in the computer.
Yeah.
Or Helena could have paid her off, so I am going to go talk to her.
Wait, the police will take care of that. Okay?
What if Helena already got Aiden out of the hospital?
I've got people watching the airports.
She took Spencer to Russia, didn't she?
Yes.
Well, what if she takes Aiden there? He can't be traveling right now.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have lost it with her the way I did. I knew she would retaliate. She practically told us that she would.
Okay, wait. Let's not go to worst case scenarios. I mean, there's a security system in place for a reason, right? Our son has to still be in this building. I could probably find him if they just let me leave this room.
The police have to eliminate us as a suspect first.
Lucky knows I would never do anything to hurt my child, and so does Matt.
And Helena's banking on that.
I just can't sit around here.
Don't let her make it any worse than it already is.
I insist that you open that door immediately. Now, my grandson is the chief trustee of this.
Leave him alone.
Well, Detective Spencer, you're just in time to open this door for me.
Well, yeah, I'd be happy to. As soon as you tell me where you hid Nicholas's baby.
What do you mean?
His baby's missing, Helena, as if you didn't know.
Well, that's what this is all about? Oh, you mean someone took the child?
If I didn't know you better, I'd think you were really surprised. You are good at what you do, I'll give you that. Now, where in the hell is my little nephew?
What brings you down here?
Sometimes I just like looking out at the water, you know. Saw Christine at the hospital.
Yeah, she hurt her ankle.
She's so determined to deal with the sprained ankle
Yeah, I
on
know.
her
Listen,
herself.
it took everything I had not to go down there and try to fix it, but she needs to get some control back in her life.
I agree.
Yeah. You know, it's been a while since we've been on the same side.
Yeah.
I like it. What you said to Warren Bauer when you called him out, it meant a lot to her.
It just did, you know. It took me a little while to realize that Kiefer's just a kid who's trying to please his dad, all the while getting the hell beat out of him.
You know, it didn't come out of nowhere.
I just wish that I had been there for Christina a little more, you know, and...
You're there for her now.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? I think the restrictions that we put on her, I think they're working.
Well, at least Christina now has got something to play about with her friends.
She doesn't have many friends right now.
Why don't we take her out of Madison and send her to the boarding school you went to in New Hampshire?
I can't believe you remembered.
You liked it, right?
I did, because I wanted to get away from my crazy family. It's the only place I felt normal.
Well, Christina should get away from all the chaos.
No, I don't want her to leave.
All right.
And you know what? She doesn't want to leave Madison. She wants to stay there and show her classmates that she can get through this, that she can do well. She still wants to go to Yale. I admire her for that.
She's a tough kid.
She gets that from me.
I got a letter yesterday about Kiefer's freshman orientation.
It must have been terrible.
I know that you appreciate how hard Kiefer worked to get into Harvard and how much it meant for his mother and me.
He wanted you to be proud of him.
I know it's not your fault that your mother is pressuring you to lie about it. And I know you want to do the right thing. You're going to testify in court that Kiefer never hit you.
But he did hit me. And I finally understand why. You did the same thing to him.
Any idea we're gonna be getting out of here?
Could be a while. They do this when the baby goes missing from the nursery.
Oh, God, that's sad.
Yeah. So you want to talk about Michael?
Yes, he was in a pretty bad fight when he was in Pentonville, and I'm pretty sure he didn't receive medical care. Okay. And then he was in another fight today, and he'd only been at work for 2 hours. So I just think you should run a few tests and let me know if you should even be working on the road
Yeah,
crew.
no, workup's probably a good idea.
Wow. Would it have killed Robin to say that? No. She is unbelievable. She wouldn't even consider it. All she did was stand there and give me a lecture on what a bad parent I am.
Robin really cares about Michael. She only wants the best for him.
I bet you wish she didn't know about your fight with Lisa.
How much of that did you hear?
I hope this lockdown isn't about Elizabeth's baby. I saw Helena Cassadine trying to leave the hospital in a hurry, and she just hates any woman that has anything to do with Nicholas. God, I feel so bad for Elizabeth. It's gonna be a nightmare for her.
You and Elizabeth have been friends for a long time, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. We've gotten closer, though, since I've had a child.
Someone had told me that she really helped you out when you had postpartum depression. But you were gone for a while then, weren't you?
Patrick and I had a rough spot, but we got through it.
Mm-hmm. Well, he really missed you this time. I thought he'd be easier to deal with now that you're back, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah, so I thought you were on the same page with Shirley Smith. You both did excellent work.
The fight wasn't really about Shirley. No, it's just a lot of stuff that's been building up for a long time.
What kind of stuff?
But, you know, just how different our lives are now, and, you know, we're both seeing other people and how we deal with that. You know how it is. You know, old lovers always know how to push each other's buttons.